What's good, man? Welcome back to Joe Rich Trades and Stocks, where we spilling all the info that they don't want you to know. And in today's video, I ain't going to be keeping y'all here for too long today, as I know y'all time is important. But I do want to put y'all on and give y'all some free game as to how I bankrolled 4K already this week off of one signal in my trading Discord, man. So with that being said, let's not do too much talking and get straight into the money, man. And I do apologize that I wasn't able to put this play on y'all radar, as I wasn't able to drop a favorite setup Sunday video this past Sunday, man. I had a lot to do handling my upcoming music project, but that's besides the point. As y'all can see while I'm screen recording on my laptop, man, PLTR has been the play of the week, man. Y'all see everybody has been bankrolling in the Discord, man. The proof is in the pudding, but I'm gonna scroll up to show y'all where I signal this in the chat, man. I see we've been going so crazy in the Discord, like everybody been bankrolling. All right, right here, PLTR calls on 428. I said it's having a mind of its own. Why did I say it was having a mind of its own on 428? Let's go to for the 28th, which should have been Monday. Okay, now as y'all can see, I said it's having the mind of its own in correlation to the SPY, because on Monday, the 28th, if we look at ticker symbol SPY, which follows the stock market as a whole, we were really chopping around and didn't have as much consistent volume or pressure after we had the pullback. You understand what I'm saying? So I said PLTR was having a mind of its own. If we turn this on the 15-minute chart, this is the 28th. All right, right here. Now, granted, it did bleed a little bit, but the reason I said it was having a mind of its own is because it wasn't selling off after this key level of 110 that it broke and started to hold, man. So this was basically just a break and a retest of this key level, a break and retest pattern. And if we go to Google, I'm gonna show y'all what a break and retest pattern is, so y'all not confused, man. Retest pattern. So you see how you identify the key level in an uptrend, the breakout, which the key level would be the resistance, man, where the price point keeps coming up to, but it's having trouble shooting through. You understand what I'm saying? So the price point where it keeps having resistance to the price at, you understand what I'm saying? After that breaks out and comes back down to retest, it may have consolidation or indecisiveness, and then we get a break of structure back to the upside. And what did PLTR do on Monday, man? Boom. Had the resistance of this key psychological level 2 here, right? Boom. Broke and retested it on this day. Then we was shooting already, man. It was already holding stronger on Friday than the stock market as a whole. That's why I already had it on my radar. Boom. We came back down, had indecision right here, man, and then we had a break of structure on the 15-minute back to the upside, and that's when I told everybody go calls on PLTR, and as y'all can see, bam, just like that, feel me? And y'all have been making me very proud in the Discord also, man. My boy Tricky said April has been his best month ever, man. The other day he uploaded plus 5K. I think he uploaded like plus 7K today. Yeah, belt the butt, man, belt the ass all year. So y'all really been making me proud. If y'all want the live signals and all the free game and more one-on-one mentorship, make sure y'all hit that link in the description for the Discord, man. But we not done going over PLTR just yet. So as y'all can see, if we go look at the fundamentals on PLTR, we've been having nothing but good news, and the stock market has been recovering as a whole. If we go back to ticker symbol SPY, the market, put this on the daily time frame, the market actually has been pushing higher and recovering well. Now, the only thing that I don't like to see is all of these green candles right here are really in the same price area. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see these EMAs get broken before I start to play with SPY again, because it just makes more sense when things are having a mind of its own in this market. You see how Palantir hasn't been chopping in the same price point. It's been having a mind of its own after it recovered off of this 200 exponential moving average. And what is an exponential moving average? Like I always tell y'all, man, it's just an indication of where a lot of the buyers and sellers are stacked up on certain time frames, man. So different EMAs hold more weight on different time frames, and the 200 EMA on the daily time frame is a key area of support or resistance most of the time when the stock is either bullish in an uptrend or bearish in a downtrend. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you're not already into PLTR calls, I would say, even though we just had a bullish engulfing, I would say wait for a pullback, because if we look on the RSI, we are getting almost oversold, man. And what happens when we get, or excuse me, overbought? And what usually happens when we get overbought on RSI, we might stay up there for a couple of days and chop around. Risk to reward might not make a lot of sense, but there will be a better buying opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? Just like we had this morning. And again, if I go to the Discord, boom. What did I say in the Discord this morning, man? I said, hold on. Is this all this morning? No. Okay. I said, no bullshit. This drop look good. Just another opportunity to buy. That doesn't mean rush into calls / buys as soon as market opens. And why did I say that? Because GDP data had us down in the market. So everything was selling off, but it was to the point that we were going down so fast. I knew a bounce was incoming, because why? We were oversold on the RSI and we are recovering. Like, it was only a move down because of data. And usually when the market moves like this is again just more buying opportunities. And what key level did PLTR bounce off of? Once again, man, this is why I need to always back test and chart y'all levels and make sure y'all are putting certain levels on y'all chart. If I unhide this drawings, I can see that I have all my levels charted. You understand what I'm saying? Key bounced on hour multiple times, and y'all can see that this holds true. So after I seen it holding and giving bounce signs, I said, okay, I'm going to buy even more PLTR call options, and I took it all the way up to the pre-market lows, man, and then I sold, locked in some profits. But as y'all can see, I was low-key mad that I kind of sold too early, sold on my contracts too early on this play, man. But it's good execution. Is for sure a high probability setup. Why? Because the fundamentals checks out as far as the news. They're a good company because they're in the AI. They're one of the leaders in the AI sector again. So PLTR, man, keep this thing on y'all radar. Like I said, maybe wait for a pullback, or if you are a sniper, you can play the momentum, but just be careful, because like I said, we are near all-time highs. We're approaching all-time highs. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't really like to play breakout patterns on all-time highs, because you essentially don't know when the sellers are going to step in unless you're looking at it on heat maps or bubble maps. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, I ain't gonna keep y'all in this video for too long. I just wanted to put y'all on game, man. Make sure y'all are watching call options on PLTR, man. If the market does continue to recover, man, we looking real good for May. And little fun fact, 90% of Mays, we are always green. You understand what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind moving into May. With that being said, I'm gonna talk to y'all soon, man.